Hey everyone, Not So Slim Jim here again, having another wonderful range day here in the heat of Texas. I have some cool stuff to show you because I know it's been a while since I've been at the range, so I wanted to show you some of the cool builds I got. This is one of my most favorite AR pistols I have. This is my Joe Bob Outfitters. I know it's a funny name, but it's a cool site. This is my Joe Bob Outfitters 10mm AR pistol. It's a beefy little guy, and this is a specific build for either 40 caliber or 10mm. So it takes Glock magazines and is designed specifically for the bolt carrier, once again for 10mm or 40 caliber. Bolt carrier, barrel, lower receiver, upper receiver, everything is specifically made just for pistol. This isn't an AR-15 crossover where I put parts in to make it work. This is 100% pistol build designed to work for pistol caliber rounds. Now this one I built myself, but you can, you know, do what you need to do. These are Joe Bob Outfitters. This is their Spartan one, as you can tell by the Spartan design on it. And on the opposite side it has a Moen Leve on there. Cool little design, cost me a few bucks extra to get it all, you know, cooled out for it. But this one I particularly like. I went with the 10-inch barrel on it, compensator. Got my Chinesium stock on here because I wanted to have something a little bit thinner because of how beefy the lower and upper receiver on, and the fact that it has to have a little bit bigger barrel for the 10mm cartridge. This is already a pretty somewhat heavy AR pistol as it is, so I wanted to keep it as light as possible without spending a whole bunch of money on it. Then I'm running your standard 6-tower Romeo 5 optic on there. Of course, I have to go with the somewhat nice QVC adjustable brace on the back because I just love these things. But I've spent some time playing this gun, getting it where I wanted it to. I know a lot of people have problems with the 10mm platform outside of the pistols, but I love this gun and it shoots pretty dang well for me. So let's go ahead and see what this thing can't do. All right, got my Joe Bob Outfitters 10mm AR pistol. Like I said, in the 10-inch barrel. Wanted some a little more velocity. Today I'm running some nothing special 180 grain, you know, round nose range ammo. Now you can run either full metal jacket or jacketed hollow point, anything you want in this thing, because it's got a bull barrel, so it can pretty much handle it all. Now it is a bit loud though, so I'm going to have to put my ear pro on for this guy. As you can tell, didn't have any issues firing this guy. And the cool part though, I said Glock mags. So if you want to take standard, you know, whatever, 29 mag, fit in here. 20 mag, fit in here. Or you can do what I do and grab yourself some SMG Tactical or ETS magazines, pop them in there. Now, because this is a 10mm, you will have your little problems every now and then. Just like any pistol caliber AR, every now and then you might have an issue where it doesn't feed right, or you might have an issue where you have a round not extracting all the way. For the most part, this one works pretty well for me. Maybe 1 in 100 rounds I'll have an issue with, but for the most part, I don't have any problems. At first, I had a different bolt in there that just didn't want to pick the rounds up, and I got the classic smiley face on the round. But after I changed the bolt out to the actual Joe Bob one, haven't had any issues since. Now, I do have an issue where the rounds like to fly about 40 feet straight out, so I built a custom little deflector on it, which while I was shooting this video, I actually had a round that hit the deflector, came back, and got jammed in there. Which really is kind of my own fault because I put the deflector too low, so I need to re-angle it out so that way it's not shooting the spent casings back into the chamber. Other than that, I found this to be a pretty reliable gun, especially when it comes to pistol caliber ARs. And as you can see from the video, it operates pretty well. Now I was running, like I said, SMG 30 round magazines, which when it comes to magazines, well, they're a step up from Korean rounds or Korean magazines, but these aren't the greatest, but they're still pretty good mags. Fed them pretty well, especially using really cheap ball ammunition I got from, I don't even know, someplace I got 1,000 for like 300 bucks, so they're pretty cheap, but it did the job. So if you want to look at getting yourself a 10mm AR platform, you can check out Joe Bob's if you want to. Plenty on the market. But this guy right here, I think I spent somewhere in the neighborhood of $700–800 to build. So you can do on a kind of medium budget, not the cheapest in the world, but when you want to go high speed like I do, it's a good way to go. As usual, if you got any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section. Till then, this is Not So Slim Jim.